Greetings, yeah. So we got the invisible war against the black man and woman because of the fact that we always been in a war with them. That's how they are able to conquer and occupy our our lands. No matter where we at, they take it over, and they make it seem like it's not a war against us. How can you have war against a whole world of black and brown people? You know, it don't seem like they would do something like that. It don't seem like they would have a war against humanity. And a lot of us don't feel like we in a war. A lot of us can't see that we in a war. Actually, we refuse to see that we in a war, and we refuse to feel for our brothers and sisters that's being murdered, annihilated on a daily basis. A lot of us don't inform our children that we are in a war. You know, and you wonder why is that, right? Because they are conformists. They think they are conformists, but actually they're prisoners of war. They think that they have a political process in place that they can vote. You know, they're in a democratic society and they can vote for who they want to be their leader. Never seeing the con in the game. And so they tell a black man and woman tell their children, "Oh, we all Americans. We black Americans." You know, you got black America, you got white America, Chinese America. You know, and they never see the illogic, the I can, in unintelligent. It's unintelligent, really, or what they're saying to their children. So and we just get rocked back to sleep, you know. So until we recognize, the majority of us recognize the fact that we are in a war, because it's not just civil rights we fighting for. We ain't fighting for civil rights. We fighting for human rights. And the rest of the world think we like the condition that we in. And a lot of us think that we really are wealthy, because you got some of us that don't have quite as much as others. Some could drive 2 and 3 cars, and some can't drive a car at all. They have to catch the bus or whatever. But it ain't really like what you think it is, because you gotta pay everything that you get. Now you say, well, we don't nobody really own nothing because you came in this world with nothing and you leave out with nothing. Well, there are those among us, all their wealth goes to the next generation. All the land, all the power is handed down to the next generation. So in the Bible, you got the beginning, and which is Genesis. Then you got Revelations. Beyond the mark of the beast, you got a new heaven and a new earth. The last part of Genesis coming in. This is the strategy that we need to work on. Because when you got something new coming in, you got something old going out. So if you got a new heaven and a new earth coming in, that means you got a hellified world going out. This is the strategy that you got to think about. Because really, he just planning on, your enemy is planning on upgrading the war by using technical advancements, robots and clones and, things like that. So if you want human rights, that means that you got to get more human yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be cold-hearted just like the enemy. And the reason why you're going to get cold-hearted, is because you don't see who you really are. So if your house is dysfunctional, you got to make it functional. And you got to find out why it's dysfunctional. And it stems around, you, are you going to correct the situation? Are you going to clean up behind yourself or what? You got to work on that. Otherwise, your enemy is going to continually sneak up on you. And that means your generation, the next generation, not going to have a chance to participate or build a new heaven on earth. It's not just going to come. You got to build it yourself. There are those who want to run away, like those who hang out with Nature Boy. They want to go to another country. Hell on earth is everywhere. What Nature Boy and them don't understand is that you make your own heaven and hell right here on earth. I believe the Temptations had said that. Heaven and hell's condition. In order to combat this corruption, you got to be the opposite. You got to be righteous. If you ain't righteous, you can't, no matter where you go, you're going to be corrupt. You got to use your enemy's weapons. You got to take the enemy's weapons from him and use it against him. And then that means you got to build your own movie theaters, your own movie uh, studios, recording studios, distribution. You know, banks. You got to build your own banks. Now, who do you know that was in the process of doing something like that? It was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He had his own banks. He would get his fish from Peru. He would bring that fish back and sell it in the community. Peru had the freshest water on the planet. Then the enemy started corrupting it and poisoning it. So he started poisoning all the freshwater lakes, corrupting the freshwater lakes or the freshwater rivers. Because you're supposed to work and live off the land. Work with what you got and live off the land. So he's poisoning the land. So you're supposed to fight against that. Yeah. But you're too busy talking about what Omar Johnson, how he done beat you out your money. When you could have used that money, to build your own schools or send your children to the white man's school. What you got to do is, you can send them to the white man's school, but you got to tell them who they is, and what's real and what's not real. When they watch TV, you got to tell them what shows to watch them, and break the show down to them. Anything you do, you got to break it down. We're going to get on out of here. But that's one strategy right there. It don't sound like a strategy, but it is. I think I put several strategies out in the mix, but take it or leave it. Black light.